right now, Jodi Arias, her attorneys, and the prosecutors are in a hearing about the case, but it's closed door. That means no cameras, no media. We are expecting the judge will hear arguments about a potential expert witness for the defense. But remember, Arias has only been convicted in Travis Alexander's death. She still hasn't been sentenced. That's because the jury couldn't decide between life and death. And now the big question: what could today's hearing mean for this settlement conference set for next month? That's when both sides are going to sit down to discuss her sentence. And if they agree to settle, the penalty phase will not go back to a jury. So criminal defense attorney Darren Kavinoky joining me once again. Okay, she's there. We're not, because we can't get cameras in there. What's happening behind closed doors that they don't want us to see?
Yeah, let me add to the mystery by saying it's anybody's guess, really, what could be going on behind those closed doors. I suspect it has something to do with a mental health expert, a mitigation witness. Obviously, her mental health is a critical issue in this case. Yeah. And what we've heard is that they've had some difficulties getting somebody to come forward to testify on behalf of Jodi Arias because of the various threats and other problems that happened last time around. But of course, we don't know. It's behind closed doors for a reason.
Interesting. And maybe because of that mental health aspect of it, her privacy or something like that?
That's right. Well, there's that. And then also, if you're dealing with something that's of an especially sensitive nature, it's not uncommon that the court would want to have what they call ex parte proceedings or in-camera proceedings, where you're back there in the judge's office. There should be a court reporter present because this is a death penalty case. They'll want to make everything that happens part of the record for the inevitable appeals. That is, unless the case settles.
Yes, let's talk about this settlement conference. The likelihood: we've got life in prison without the possibility of parole, life in prison and then the possibility of parole, and then death.
Right.
What's the likelihood of a settlement here?
Yeah, I don't think it's very likely. From the prosecutor's standpoint, the only thing that they can do, the only thing that they could offer, is to take death off the table. In Arizona, prosecutors pay careful attention to what the victim's family members want, and they've been vocal and emphatic. They want this case to go to that penalty phase again.
Could anything about what's happening today behind closed doors impact that settlement conference?
Well, it's possible. Look, Jodi Arias, on her side of the table, the only thing that she really has to give up is her appellate rights. And so things that are happening today that relate to possible issues on appeal, that could factor into the settlement discussions. If it's believed that there's enough error that this could get overturned and the case actually returned, as crazy as this may sound, for yet another trial. You know, and by the way, this is one of the fundamental rules in the justice system. As a prosecutor and as a judge, you never want to have to do a trial twice. So that could be the kind of leverage that may force a settlement. But candidly, if I'm a betting man, I think we're going to be impaneling a jury and getting ready to do this penalty phase trial again.
Interesting. Let's talk about what's going on again today. She's there.
Right.
Is it surprising to you that she's there?
No, she's
especially when it's not for something huge.
Well, no, she's got an absolute right to be present at any critical phase to the litigation, and certainly whatever's going on there behind the closed doors, shrouded in mystery. I mean, this is obviously of enough importance that she has a right to be there. So hopefully we'll get to find out a little bit as more is known here.
Exactly. Let's play a little magic 8-ball here of if there is another trial, they don't reach a settlement, then we go into that penalty phase. What are we looking at as far as the possibility of this trial? What kind of things could we expect?
Well, the first challenge is going to be to impanel the jurors that are going to be responsible for making that decision. That's going to be a big challenge because, of course, and we've heard one of these arguments is about the Twitter accounts and trying to figure out exactly what these jurors are up to, but it's going to be finding fair and impartial
And they've already talked about wanting a change of venue for that exact reason. All right, Darren Kavinoky, thanks for being with me as always.